Hey everybody, it's Slingshot. Welcome back to more Pokemon Legends ZA. In the last episode, we confronted Grisham and Griselle at the entrance to Lysandre Cafe, and we got to learn the truth about Team Flare and AZ, and his role in creating the ultimate weapon. And then we began exploring Lysandre Labs. This episode, we've reached the end point. Well, almost. There we go. There's the elevator key. Wait, if I recall, this is actually the room where you meet Cinna, or not meet, you've already met them at the start of the game, but where you encounter Cinna and Dexio, I'm pretty sure. Because like this is basically the same thing that we did in X and Y. We're looking for the elevator. Oh, and can I say something? I miss Pokemon dungeons like this. Like this in the sewers. I've been wanting this for so long. Like the closest we got to dungeons in Sword and Shield were the Galar mines, and those were just straight lines with slightly curvy lines. Well, granted, Galar, level design Galar region as a whole was just a straight line, but Scarlet and Violet definitely improved it. But I just missed dedicated locations where it's like, all right, you're going into unknown territory. There's a bunch of wild Pokemon. You're looking for something, or you're just trying to pass through. That is genuinely something that I miss from the older Pokemon games. And I'm glad we got something like that back here, even if, we're technically in the region from a past game. But hey, we didn't have the Lumio sewers in X and Y, so that is a new location. So that is good. Okay. Let's heal up Shrapnel, because we did deal with an Alpha Aegislash. Time to go down. Let's go basement, second floor. They're like, hey, dumbass, the thing's over here. But I want to go here, because I think I know where this is. Shit. Yep. Ooh, an XP candy. This was the cell that AZ was locked up in. Oh, man. Okay, anyway, sorry. There we go. Alright, that's it. Okay. Dark. Huh? Some of the machinery powered back on in response to your presence. Security check initialized. Possession of all keycards has been confirmed. Commencing partial reboot of systems. Systems rebooted. Voice guidance enabled. 4 files are available for playback. File 1, the device. File 2, the fuel. File 3, the legends. File 4, our shared dream. Which file would you like to review? Let's start with the device. The device that grants life. This device was created 3,000 years in the past. This device was created 3,000 years in the past. It was originally designed to restore life to a Pokemon that had perished. We have found this ultimate weapon buried in the earth beneath Geosenge now. It has been well preserved. We believe we can have it operational with a little work. But we have not yet found the necessary key to activate the weapon. We believe AZ should still possess it, since he was the machine's creator. You must find him and capture him without delay. And that's what that cell was up in the second floor for. The device that grants life, in fact, grants the deceased life stolen from other Pokemon. This is because the basic function of the device is to distill energy into its purest form, then emit that distilled energy. This emission can take the form of convection, radiation, or conduction. Thus, life can be conducted back into a Pokemon that had lost its own, allowing it to be revived. What then would occur if we were to fuel the device with the energy of a legendary Pokemon? The legend. Kalos is said to have two legendary Pokemon, Xerneas, which represents life and rebirth, and Yveltal, representing destruction and death. The power to grant life and the power to steal life. These are mysterious abilities that even science has not been able to decode. What would happen to the world if we were to use such power to activate the ultimate weapon? Our shared dream. As the world grows wealthier, the number of Pokemon and people will only continue to grow, and that growth will invite new difficulties. In time, life will fill every corner of the planet until no more life can be sustained. And there's only one of something. It cannot be shared. When something cannot be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things. Oh, I get it. So Lysandre was Thanos. My comrades in Team Flare, the time has come to lead the world toward a more beautiful future. You're the third legendary Pokemon, Zygarde. Have you learned the secret of the ultimate weapon? How truly abominable it was. AZ created that weapon. Then, 1,000 years later, he also made a device that now dwells within prison. What? Why are you here? Zygarde seemed to wish that I come to this place. I have lost most of my memories, and yet this place does bring me back to something. What I remember most clearly is AZ. When I spoke with him 5 years ago, through the bars of his cell, I did not know his true intent. But I did learn of the device within Prison Tower. I set my mind on activating both the ultimate weapon and that device. But to activate the device required a certain Pokemon, one particular Floette. And there was no way to know where that Floette could be found. That led me to abandon my plans for the tower's device. But the ultimate weapon could still be activated using the key AZ carried. So I did. There was an explosion. I remember that much, though I cannot recall the cause of it. Perhaps the weapon was incomplete. I was buried deep in the earth, together with Team Flare's secret base. But you're still alive. Zygarde saved me. It worked to protect all living creatures in the area from their light raining down, the deadly light of the ultimate weapon. In doing so, Zygarde exhausted its own power. But at the weapon's activation, the device in Prism Tower awakened as well, sensing danger. Now, it has become a threat to Lumiose. It could fully lose control at any time. To stop the device and protect this city, Zygarde must regain its true power. It has given me a mission. Sooner or later, the tower will enter a frenzied state similar to Rogue Mega Evolution. The only one who can bring it back under control is AZ's Floette. Yes, we need the Eternal Flower, and a trainer who can draw forth her full power. This is the truth I know, and now you have learned all that those young people waiting in Lysandre's cafe wanted you to learn. Go and speak with Grisham and with AZ. Do what must be done. Now, This area is where you fight Jurassic. It makes you choose between the blue panel and the yellow panel. I mean, the red panel, sorry. One that activates the ultimate weapon and one that turns it off. But it didn't matter. You rigged them both to work. Go and speak. And we shall. Huh. So what I'm curious about is when Zygarde came to save all the people in Pokemon in Geosench, including Lysandre. Was that before or after encountering Kayla Mercerine in Terminus Cave? Probably before, because you can't fight Zygarde until the post game unless they're implying that that battle never canonically happens. And if so, I wonder if that's what caused all the Zygarde cells to head to Alola. Because I'm pretty sure X and Y canonically takes Sun and Moon is 2 years after X and Y. Did you see Lysander? I met him inside. To think that he's still alive, and he doesn't seem to remember us in the slightest. How could he just forget? It's all because of him that the rest of us. Grisel, there'll be a time for such things later. So they hate him. And you, Layla, you now know the truth of AZ's sins. And so I make this request of you. Get AZ's Floette and give her to me. What about what Floette wants? You must see it now. With the AZ special Floette, we should be able to keep Prison Tower controlled. Everything we've learned points to that conclusion. We must stop the tower from going on a rampage if we're ever to achieve the kind of beautiful world Team Flare once dreamed of. And if we can be the ones to protect Lumiose, then people will finally see us differently. Do you understand? If we meet children born to those who chose to join Team Flare, and yet we too became pariahs in the eyes of society when Team Flare was disbanded. We couldn't just leave Lumiose. This city is our home too, and we love it as much as anyone else. The only reason Team Flare existed was to make Lumiose better, to make all of Kalos better. Makes me wonder if Corbeau was a member of Team Flare. If he was able to, if he was a member down low, so he didn't face any of the backlash. At Nouveau Cafe, we've worked hard to provide coffee to those who have little else. And as we worked there, we've also heard the voices of Lumiose's people. Excuse me. We understand the city better than anyone else. We know it's better than anyone else. So, if you really want to face me in battle, you'll need more than just a challenger's ticket. You'll need to be ready to handle AZ's Floette to me. I must become the strongest Pokemon trainer by battling my way through the ZA Royale. I must become the strongest Mega Evolution user. Then, I will be the one to restrain Prism Tower with AZ's Floette. Go talk with the rest of Team MZ and decide what it is you really are. It is time they all learned of AZ's sins. Now, go back to Hotel C. Fuck! That is, wow. Okay. Let's go confront AZ. So actually, I've had this idea of something. My idea for a while was that I'd run a Pokemon. Again, we're talking about Pokemon and D&D. I'd run a Pokemon like it would. I'm thinking it would be like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder with extra Pokemon content, but it would be set during the Kalos War, and it would be that the players have one Pokemon. They don't like catch or tame anymore. Um, Before that, or after that, it's just one partner Pokemon the whole way, and they serve under AZ, or at least his kingdom during the Kalos War, and I'd have a whole thing where they can choose on whether or not to fire off the ultimate weapon to aid AZ or to fight against him. And what outcome would result in the Mega Timeline and the non-Mega Timeline? Oh my god, all those videos talk about the Mega non-Mega Timeline after um, the Delta episode of Horaz was revealed. We need to have a little chat. You returned. I heard from Emma what leads you are following up on. I imagine you learned much of my tale by now. Isn't that right? Oh, hey Layla. Did you manage to find Grisham? Well, I found him all right. No kidding. I went digging into the rumors about Grisham with Emma after our chat. Seems he's one formidable trainer. Plus, he's part of this group, Team Player Nouveau, and he's been gathering all sorts of info about Lumios from customers and Nouveau Cafe. He even seems to know something weird's going on with Prison Tower. AZ, is there any chance you could tell us more about the tower given the situation? Yes. I've also been thinking it is time I talked to you all about it. Come, we can speak on the roof. Layla, you know of the ultimate weapon, don't you? Yes. I want the truth now. And I shall tell you of the terrible sins I've committed, and of my regrets. In the war that occurred 3,000 years ago, many things were lost. So many Pokemon had their future stolen. People lost the everyday lives they'd known. And my Floette was sent to the front lines, where she lost her life. I made a device, a machine that could grant life, all so that I could revive my beloved Floette. I brought Floette back to life. I got back what I had loved most. My rage had not subsided. I could not forgive the world that had hurt the Pokemon that I loved. In my rage, I remade my device into the ultimate weapon. I put an end to the senseless conflict that would have taken everything from us by destroying destruction itself. The light fired from the ultimate weapon reached the heavens and poured down, burning away all that rested upon the earth. But Floette must have known the truth. She must have realized that the life I had given her was stolen from so many other Pokemon. She left me, and I wandered alone for 3,000 years. She still angry? Seriously? For 3,000 whole years? During those long years of aimless wandering, a man of great power asked me for my help. He said he wanted a way to protect Kalos. At first, I thought to myself, I cannot make another device that would take from others. But perhaps I could make one that would share the eternal life I bestowed on Floette. That is what Angie is. That is what is hidden deep within Prison Tower. I built Angie to give meaning to the eternal light I'd burdened Floette with. It was, in one sense, my attempt to atone to Floette for what I'd done. Oh my god, we're getting brand new lore! Oh my god. I dreamed of the day when I could use Angie after reuniting Floette at last. That day did not come to pass, but that was because we were living in a time of peace. But now, Angie, the tower is emitting excessive amounts of mega power, even without Mega Floette present. This is only conjecture on my part, and I believe it may be related to the ultimate weapon being fired 5 years ago. The shock awoke Angie, and has caused the mega power contained within it to spill forth. It has led to this rampant road of mega evolution. The Pokémon suffer, the people come to harm. There is only one way to put an end to the pain. A Mega Evolution user must Mega Evolve Floette, and together reach the control panel within Angie. I never could have imagined that you and Floette had that kind of history. And the tower, too. But we need the strongest Mega Evolution user to stop the tower from going berserk. I have a question. Why would Floette be able to Mega Evolve at all? Normally, Pokemon can only Mega Evolve when they aren't capable of evolving any further. Shouldn't Floette be able to evolve into Florges? My Floette cannot evolve. Perhaps because she is such a special Pokemon, having received the life of so many others. And that is only my conjecture. Floette returning to my side after 3,000 years was an act of forgiveness. But she likely also returned to me so I could atone for my sins by stopping the tower. However, I no longer have it in me to do battle as a trainer. I mean, yeah, guess you might have kicked all these events into motion, AZ. I'm sure you never dreamed the tower would go berserk like this. That doesn't matter. AZ still made this awful mess, and Team MZ is stuck cleaning it up. Naveen? I appreciate that AZ is trying to right his wrong. I owe him as much as any of us do. I don't want to be the bad guy any more than rested. But accountability matters. You do realize we might die trying to fix all this, don't you? Naveen is correct in what he said. I continue to cause you children nothing but trouble because of my own powerlessness. I am truly sorry. I hear you, AZ. Just leave this to Team MZ. Layla, it's up to us to keep the tower from going wild. That means you've got to go beat Grisham. What? I'm conflicted. What does this dialogue lead to? How come? Yeah, I see what you mean. But does that really mean you want to just bow out of this fight? Besides, even if you backed down and left everything up to Grisham, how do you know Floette would choose to fight alongside him? And would that bring AC in? Guess you got a point. I get why you're conflicted. I say you should face Grisham and let the battle decide things. Now, it's time to go see Grisham about your promotion match. Thank you. I will forever be grateful for meeting you all. My tier Team MZ. Damn! Whew! Wow! They really stepped up their writing game after Sword and Shield. Oh man, honestly, wow. That was kind of crazy, honestly. Okay, we're gonna end things off here. Next time on Pokemon Legends ZA, we're going to face Grisham. We already got our Challengers ticket. Let's go get that A rank. See you guys then.